If you load it up big, you better clear the rest. The solvent list takes away all my stress. Life's been feeling like kind of a mess. I'll never let a hater make me think less, because everything before this was just a test.
Bagsy Chronicles.
I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we've been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we've been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm about to go up in a blaze. I don't give a fuck unless I'm getting paid. When life gives you lemons, better make lemonade. When the girl gives you heads, you better get laid.
The smoke from your joint is curling in the air. Night Moves by Bob Seger is playing. Brown Eyed Girl is queued up next, and you are nostalgic for a time that never really existed. Maybe we don't miss those times. Maybe we just miss our bodies not hurting. But as you put out that first joint of the day and light another, you start to think, no time like the present. Maybe I can grow this shit. You can. Welcome once again to the Bagsy Chronicles, friend. It has, of course, as always, been too long. May the wistful winds of winter be kind to you, and your indoor garden grow as you hope. Winter's settling in, but so are our winter grows. And as the power bill climbs, the mercury plummets. Let's ride out this winters together, friends. But before all that, I bet you're wondering what's going on in my garden. Uncle Dig's garden update. Hello? We are under the endless daylight of indoor lamps. And this is Uncle Dig with your garden update. My power bill is skyrocketing. How about yours? Some of the plants have been a bit spindly early on, which tells me I need to germinate under more intense light than I have been. I have been adjusting the lights to higher intensity every few days and hope to have them all at 60% by the end of the week. I would like to have them at full intensity or as near to full intensity as the plants can handle at the middle of the end of flower. I have 13 plants in 3 tents, a smaller 2x2, a larger 2x2 that is more like 2.5 by 2.5 feet, and a 4x4 with 6 plants. My original goal was 11 plants, but I overdid it a bit, and I have 13. I am running Spider Farmer lights. Each 2x2 has an SF1000 in it, and an SF4000 is running in the 4x4. I will replace these lights when they stop working, or someone decides they want to buy me some lights. Things are moving right along in the 4x4. The planetary gas from Gemseeker Genetics are doing really, really well. They're really healthy. And they'll be receiving their first feeding at day 21. They are currently at day 18. Moving right along, all 3 are supporting themselves, but I may add a stick to the oldest one as she leaned over a bit early on and has kind of a hook in her stalk I might like to correct before flower. The Blue Eyes White Dragon from Gemseeker Genetics is moving right along at day 10. It is early days yet, but she should start hitting some exponential growth soon. Of all the autoflowers I have grown, the Gemseeker Genetics have impressed me the most, particularly with their rapid growth spurts. The plants all get the same-ish program, so all will be top des at day 21. If they're deep into flower or starting to flower, they'll probably get a blend of bloom and veg amendments, and then when they're in flower, the next feeding will be all bloom, dry amendments, mixed with worm castings. The Gummy Bears from Atlas Seeds is day 15 and is doing quite well. I have no idea what to expect from this plant or this seed company in general, but I have heard good things. I love variety, which is part of why I grow autoflowers. The GMO from Atlas is doing well, and my youngest plant in the 4x4 is at 10 days. Notice I barely got all my seeds popped by December 1st. I barely reached my goal, but I did it. The 2 Girl Scout cookies plants in the smaller 2x2 are doing fine at day 18 and day 16. They are from 420 Fast Buds. Depending on how big they get, I may cram more plants in here. In the second 2x2, I have 5 plants, 3 orange sherbet and 2 big bud, all from 420 Fast Buds. They are all at day 13 except for 1 big bud, which is at day 12. Some of these plants are spindly and need to be tied to sticks. I almost wonder if this is genetic as well as my bad lighting technique, as some of my plants do not suffer from this. I will tie them to sticks and increase light intensity as per usual. The big buds I did not expect to germinate. I kind of soaked them and just hoped for the best. I had really bad luck running these before and was never able to finish one. But these seem to be doing fine. I can't wait to see how they do in these dinky little 1 gallons. I am growing them in. I unfortunately ran out of pots and grow medium. The G14 all failed to germinate, so I was growing extra the second run to make sure just in case. And now I have a 2x2 with 5 plants instead of 3. I have seriously considered moving the big bud around. We'll see what happens. I may move them into a different tent. We'll see how things go. Other than that, we're in veg, so there's not so much to talk about. I hope everyone is killing it in their garden, or perhaps maybe enjoying a much-deserved break. Let's overgrow the world.
A state senator wants to make some big changes to the new law that voters just passed through less than a month ago.
Baked in politics. Like so many young and beautiful things, the Ohio legislation bill did not get through a room full of Republican men unmolested. For listener reference, this is the Republicans changing the text of a referendum passed by 57% of Ohio's population. While unable to kill the bill completely, like they wanted to, the Republicans in Ohio's legislative body did lower home grow limits from 12 plants to 6. May food turn to dust in their mouths and their lines end violently. Committee Chairman Michael Ruley, Republican, said that over the last 3 days, probably shouldn't do a bill. Well, fuck it. Over the last 3 or 4 days, a lot of the public has reached out to probably every single one of our senators with thousands of emails and hundreds of calls. I think the people have spoken, he said. Now, rather than do away with home cultivation, the committee approved legislation would maintain adults' right to grow 6 plants per person, but it would cap the household limit at 6 plants rather than 12 as set by the initiated statute. The community is kind of acting like the Republicans blinked, but they still limited home grow, which is lame, and they still can limit it later when no one is paying attention, right? Now, one good thing, though, according to Normal Deputy Director Paul Armentano, today, for the first time since the adoption of federal marijuana prohibition, more U.S. citizens reside in jurisdictions where cannabis is state legal than live somewhere where it is not. One thing, Ohioans, to keep in mind if you want to stay legal: anything the Ohio legislation passes goes into effect 90 days after it passes. Get your autoflower started, grow your 6. If you do it well, that could be 3/4 of a pound drying for you in 90 days. This fight isn't over. Let's overgrow the world. You know what's kind of funny? I don't have any listeners in Ohio. Your state sucks anyway. Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. Let's eat some fucking food. To me, food. especially food you order from a restaurant or a truck or whatever, is an excellent way to finish out a sesh, right? Food someone else made for you. And to me, no food epitomizes the perfect stoner food than pizza. Gourmet pizza, low-end pizza, high-end pizza. If you're a stoner and you fuck with that gluten and lactose, I feel like you have to love pizza. Maybe you don't, but I do. And as a member of the Ninja Turtle generation, I felt the first place I recommend to you to eat should be a pizza place. So today we are going to talk about a food truck, but not just any food truck, a food truck that sells pizza. Today's place that you should try to eat is Tony's Italian Kitchen, a food truck that moves around White City, Oregon. He currently parks in the Cutting Edge Solutions parking lot Wednesday through Friday, and in the Rainey's parking lot on Saturdays. Anthony, the owner of Tony's Italian Kitchen, makes classic pizzas and pastas. There have been a few pizza carts in the valley over the years. Now, Tony's may have the best pizza in the valley. I still have a few more places to try. But he definitely has the best pizza I have ever bought from a food truck. And I have bought a lot of food truck pizza. I mean, honestly, since I've been started eating at this food truck and eating his pizza, a lot of the pizza places I used to enjoy don't seem worth the money when I could go here. The pizza crust at this place is amazing, and you can tell by the texture of the crust that he has let it rest. He also does an old school technique where he incorporates a little bit of cornmeal in there. And when I mean let it rest, a lot of pizza places, especially if there's a fast turnover, are letting their dough like rest enough to bake, but they're not letting it rest any extra time to let it percolate in those yeasty flavors. And he is definitely doing that. The sauce is not just any marinara sauce. You can tell he's like simmered it, cooked it down, and added some stuff to it. It's definitely churched up nice, which is very, very good. So sauce dough, he uses fresh cheeses. Everything I've had from this food truck has been beyond expectations. He sells pasta. He sells lasagna, which I have not tried yet, but I do need to try. The cheese is of high quality, and I've never had a bad pizza from this place. I've never had one with a hole in it. I've never had one with an error. They have all been perfect. Now, one of the pizzas I like to get here is the Little Ange, which is a pesto-based pizza. So it's got pesto sauce, mozzarella, ricotta, mushrooms, and sun-dried tomatoes. That's pretty good. And when I'm ordering just for myself, I like to get the OG pepperoni, which is a really, like, if you had a pepperoni pizza, right? There's this concept in philosophy, right? Plato's theories of forms, right? There are many kinds of chairs, but in the form world of Plato, there is chair. There is a chair that epitomizes chairness, the essence of chairs, and there is a perfect version of a chair. And if Plato was here, I submit that he would say that this OG pepperoni pizza from Tony's Italian Kitchen would do well in Plato's theories of forms to fill out as the slice of pepperoni pizza. Now, one other thing to note on this menu that I want you to check out, there is a pizza with bolognese sauce on this menu. Now, if you don't know what bolognese sauce is, it's like a meat sauce. So this one's called Pietro's favorite, or Grandpa's favorite. It's got bolognese sauce, 3 cheeses, meatballs, Italian sausage, and Parmesan and bell pepper. So that's a rich pizza, but it's something unique that you cannot get anywhere else in the valley. They also have a good meatball sub, which is getting harder and harder to find in the valley. Go out there, check them out, tell them Dig sent you. There's no promotion. It just amuses me. And if you go there, you might see why. Dear audience, if you would do something for me, I knew I don't usually ask you to do much, but I would love for you to go on the podcatcher of your choice and review the Bagseed Chronicles. 5 stars would be ideal. Apparently, it does help you in the algorithm, and although I do not make a profit, I would like more people to listen, so that one day I could profit. Thank you so much.
It's Todd Wisdom. S&T Records, let's get it. Zecca on the beat. I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm riding, all the homies with me. Yeah, we been getting hella faded. Just like our eyes, we be staying low-key. Vibing out, always staying medicated. I'm gonna get lit, take another fat rip off this bomb shit. Can't get enough of it, yes.
Welcome once again to the Bagseed Chronicles, friend. It has, of course, always